Okay, hi everyone. Thank you. I am one of you only who started my journey from this career, and I just wanted to give the special thanks to Alumni Association (ECA) and TPO and all the faculties who is giving me chance. I just wanted to also help you guys because I felt it when I was in college. So I think this is the right time when we have people in industry and who can give guidance and who can come up with current industry trend and everything. So yeah, this is the opportunity for you, and let's see how much I would be able to help you. But very big thanks to TPO as well as whole engineering college, whole government engineering college is made, as well as Alumni Association engineering college as well. After that, I think introduction is already done, but yeah, let me. So my name is Jitendra. My designation is technical lead. My role is technical architect. I build lot of solutions. I groom teams, mentor team, hire everything I do for my project. And I am at IBM Lab. I am a part of two alumni. One is of course ECA, GEC, where I did my BTech in 2010, and I was also a part of BITS Plani, where I did my masters in data science and AI. In 2020, it was not full time, but it was like uh, working during the work only. We can do this kind of courses. So total 16 years of experience. Started working as a fresher. Now having the role of architect and worked so many applications, so many people, and with with volume, with scalability and the complexity from core to the front end. Like core means like where I build the parsers, I write the grammars for the languages, and the web application like the front end, React. Everywhere I worked also, and I'm almost active with any type of learning is or new trends are there. Let's not delay our thing. Uh, so agenda today's agenda which can help you. That's why we prepare like that. Like what matters in interview, the mindset we have to understand. Not just remembering or memorizing things will not help us, right? Of course, problem solving, communication, and there are other things we'll go through. Agenda I haven't worked much, but yeah, what companies want exactly, and technologies to be focused. There are so many things we can't learn. Yeah, I can see you. So and current industry landscapes. So lot of buzzwords around AI is going on, right? And which is of course distracting as well as thought provoking, like what will happen in the industry, right? So don't worry, I'll give you the very relief today, very much relief, like where the industry is going. No job going to be shrink if you are learning or if you are building your capabilities. And after that, we'll go for the Q&A. Let's start with the corporate versus college reality. So college, what we do? Classes, self-study, exams, marks, assignment, small projects, right? Let me start in full screen now, I think. Yeah. So what we do in college? Classes, self-studies, right? Exams, marks, assignment, small projects, etc. And in corporate is more of problem solving, delivery, ownership, communication, collaboration, excellence, continuous learning, of course, because technology switch or technology trends are changed very fast, right? So there is a huge mindset difference, I would say, but both are important. College taught you to do multiple things together, which will help you in the job, and of course get the job and do the well in the job as well, right? Both are important, but things get scaled at corporate. What matters in interview? So, in from my view, I think these five things are there which really mattered. First thing is resume and your CV. Why? Because it is the first thing which impress interviewers. What needs to be asked? Then, of course, communication. Without communication, you can't even think. You will go ahead. Problem solving, and this is not something which comes in a day or in a month, right? It comes over the time from school to the college, and every day I'm still solving the problem. So I can tell you that part. Computer science basics. Without basics, you won't be able to, ideate any solution. And of course, projects, which helps you and which gives you the weight. Let's give a little bit more depth into the word resume. People love simplicity, clarity more than buzzwords. So I'll request everyone: no overshow, no exaggeration, avoid buzzwords and overstatements. Right? Write less, mean more, evidence of the work. Like, let's say projects I worked, then that only you should, not just claims. I have worked this, rather than I worked this and I know perfectly this one. Impact oriented bullets will help you. What interview looks, what did sorry did you actually build something? Yes, you should have mentioned, right, some projects in internship or college. Or can I ask questions from this? So let's say I mentioned Python, and interviewer also doesn't, might not know C++ or Java, right, but he knows Python, and you mention, then he will start asking C++, sorry, Python, right? So he will look into that. What can I ask as well? So it is very important what you know. That should only return. So resume is the one thing which helps you to shortlist it, which is the first impression without you are seeing somebody in the interview, right? So this is important, and I would say, like, we should start working from first year itself, because we have to apply for internship every year. We should apply internship, whether there are chance for week, 2 weeks, 1 month without any pay. We should work on resume. But and whatever you are doing, whether it's assignment or project, we should keep adding those things and refine every time. Whether if you have the better project, then remove the simple one. Now better project which can have the weight, right? So from the first year, when I was in college, I built it in fourth year when the first company came in the college. And it was the, of course, negative for me, because I was not prepared. Right, my resume was over exaggerations, everything, and no weightage at all. Clearly fake statements, and immediately kicked out from the interview. So this is a real experience. If we'll go by that, then it won't help us, right? So from the first year itself, we should. People are smart now these days because they have the so many things, mobile, laptop, internet. I think in past and few prior generations, these uh, luxury was not available, right? So go for that. Start preparing that. Do not wait for somebody else will tell you to now prepare the resume, and because companies are coming and you can send your resume. It's a overgoing things. Okay, next thing is communication and soft skills. This is very, very important, because from Rajasthan and Gujarat and Haryana, right, these three states, and I think Bihar as well, we can take. These 4 5 states are very much lacking into the communication. I have faced so many things. I was good in technically, I know, but always rejected just because of communication. And so many years, not only after getting job, not only before getting first job only, but after getting job as well. So I worked on so many things, my reading, listening, as well as speaking. uh, and this is very much important, and that's where you can make the differences as well. Because everyone will be able to solve the problem, everyone will able to tell the concept clearly, but the communication is something which will, yeah, this person is impressive, I think his communication style is very good, we can he can represent company to the customers, right? So clearly, yes, for those people who has the good skills. This doesn't come also in a day, 2 day, month, years as well. It takes a lot of time. So it starts from first year, I would say. Or if you have your younger brothers, then ask them to start from the. I think now most of the schools are English medium and all, but uh, still we need a lot of things. So soft skills are much bigger, wider thing. Communication is just like speaking and listening, right? Soft skill include behavior, which we'll not talk today. This is very much personal thing, and over the time it improves automatically. So communication is like explaining your approach step by step, thinking out loud, problem, right? So you have to explain problem whether you understand or not. This is also part of communication. Asking questions every step whenever you will speak or you will open your mouth, it will be. evaluated based on your communication, right? So first thing first, do not panic, stay composed. You can't do anything within a year, right? Over the time, it will get improved. Uh, but we have something like which can help you if you are not good in communication, right? Like your skills in problem solving or concepts or projects, right? So maybe there, but things will get improved over time. That's the good news. Problem solving, very much important. At my time, I think puzzles was there. We were not focusing much about problem solving. Now these days, we call it like competitive program where we solve simple programs to that dynamic programming, right? At my time, I think only couple of programs. If you know, you are good. You are better than a lot of people. But now I think everyone is solving, and that's why it is called competitive program. This is the first round. Everywhere you will find it. Uh, so this is important, but nobody wants you to solve the problem. They will just evaluate you how you are thinking, whether you have remembered anything. Then they will catch you immediately, and they will take you to the higher level, like how you can improve the complexities, right? If you never heard of any problem, then they will give you a chance to come up with the brute force approach, then solve over the time. But the interviewers are much more smarter than candidate, right? So this is something again will not come. It will come in years, and you won't believe. But after 16 years, still I am solving problems. Last year I solved 500 problems, algorithms. I'm not sure how much peers, how many peers of mine is still doing that, but I'm doing that because it helps me to ideate, solve the problems, and very simple problems. You would be able to solve these. This always keep me, active in terms of thinking, like how to solve problem. It's just like a chess or mind game only, but you don't need to remember anything. So there are some patterns you have to identify, some constraints you have to clarify with interviewers, right? Start always with brute force, step by step. Maybe we'll talk later after that. Then again, rather than jumping to the optimal or the perfect solution, give us, like, rather than rushing to the program and code, take a step and try to first understand problem. Next is computer science, which we start from first year itself, right? And a couple of things which I think matters if you are in IT or computer science background, right? Then these concepts will help you a lot, whole life. I mean, maybe if you are in a one technology, then might not. But I switched so many technologies, right? From first year when I was in job itself, I started switching my technology so that I can have the more exposure from technology side. So that's why those things help me, my concepts, and these usually ask as well, especially oops will be asked very much. How will you relate with the real time or real world problems, right? Maybe like, let's say, building any application. So how would you relate a particular entity to the class? How would you design any solution, right? So these comes, it's not coding actually, it's design thinking. How do you solve this? And it has, like, how our system is going to be flexible, extendable in future. It depends all about this design thinking first part. So people will ask in the first round or second round these questions, especially for the entry level roles. People will ask these questions. So we need to be clarify all the concepts. Now coming to the next part, college and internship project. You have proof of work. So at entry level, we don't have a real projects, right? So the projects you are building in third year, fourth year, maybe during the internship, right? Those only the project which you can mention. But there is lots of things where now a lot of luxury is there. Internet, AI assistants are there, right? We can copy projects, but the copy will help you in future or in interview. No, right? So we can learn by copying first time, but second time onwards, I think we should build by our own product. It could be duplicate product as well. Let's say replica of Twitter or replica of WhatsApp, or let's say this Zoom video conferencing software. Whatever problem you see or whatever similar problem already solved, but you can also solve by your way. These projects can add a lot of value I think most of the value will be added by projects. So something is built by yourself, deeply understand, and you should know, because projects are not built by one person. It's always a team. You can't do everything by yourself, right? So you should remember your contribution. It is not possible you will contribute at every phase until unless you are a lead or architect, right? But at entry level, nobody expect you to contribute at every level, but you should know everything, like why we are using this technology, why we decide to take this decision, right? What are the challenges you face? What are the trade-offs you picked up, or which one you picked up based on some challenges or something, right? So you should remember that part. Interviewer loves real world relevance problems you solve. So let's say there is a Kaggle, right? Where machine learning models or projects are there. You can copy and you can show that, like, see, I worked. But everyone knows, like, the AI problems which we are solving today, which is solved in 90s itself. The only problem was there was no ecosystem for hardware, languages, and resources, and the budget as well. Now this is there. That's why things are, moving fast. And couple of companies have invested so much money, literally so much money. Google itself invested $175 billion, and this is completely debt into just building, AI capabilities. If they want build, they will destroy one day. That's why they have to take the right. So all these buzzwords things are going because somebody has taken so much debt to survive, and now they are building some solutions for you guys. But it doesn't mean we should copy everything from them and make it in our internship project or something like that, right? We can learn from them. We can use AI tools, AI agents, development assistants, but I would say, like, go with basics, go with, simple application. This project thing is your own thing which will help you first year of, I think, first job. So we should, and one or two strong projects are better than, five copied ones. Okay. So what interviewer really want at fresher level? Not perfect knowledge skill, I think, but strong learning ability, ability, and right attitude. If you have the attitude, like positive attitude to learning and acceptance or taking the feedback, right, you will grow. And that's all, interviewer wants, like, is this the person is learnable or not, or not, and then teachable, I would say. Then I think they will prefer someone average who is in knowledge rather than, someone who memorize things. Now coming to the next phase of our this presentation. Anyone has any questions, please, you can unmute yourself. If you are not able to, let me know, or Simran can unmute if somebody has the questions. You can interrupt in between as well. I won't mind. And or if you don't have, we can go for the next section. How to approach any problem, right? There is a simple framework. The framework is understand the problem, any problem actually, not only problem solving or project, anything. Understand, excuse me. Yeah. Understand the problem, break down, solve, and improve. And any problem in the world is solved by like this only. Let's take an example of kachori. Kachori is very famous in Ajmer, right? I used to eat a lot. So what is a dish? Kachori we need to prepare with chutney, right? What are the ingredients we would require? What is the basic version of kachori? Without chutney, kachori is not good, right? So we have to add spices, a presentation later. That's how kachori is served or sold out outside. So similarly, any product, any problem is like that only. What we do actually, we rush to the code. We directly jump to the, like, let me give you the solution. No, we have to think, we have to ideate, make the problem small. So whenever the kachori is made, we make a smallest kachori, right? Whether oil is completely, heated or not properly, right? So similarly, only this way, or the masala is correct or not correct. Similarly, you have to break it down and make the problem small as small possible. Now build the MVP. Whether your logic implementation can you will be satisfied your small problem, smallest which you break down, right? And then now you make it a product or the final version of the problem answer, right? Let me take a couple of example here. Let's take an example of this program. The program is given an array of integers, find the maximum sum of any sub-array. Let's say I am a computer science engineer, but I don't know sub-array. I forgot. What will I do? I'll ask, what is a sub-array? Sorry, I forgot. Right? Can number be negative? Some scenarios you will get in your mind. You are thinking louder at the time, right? And what could be the output? The second step, if you see bottom side, after the problem, he will give you the example with the answer and some some like, see, this is the sub-array which is the highest according to some. I have solved it in past, so I know this. So now you are thinking loud. So what are the questions are coming in your mind? You can ask those questions. There is nothing wrong to ask question if you don't know sub-array. If you don't know some, that is a difficult thing, right? Very silly questions also not good. Sub-array is considered if you don't know. That's fine because nobody is asking like, do you know sub-array or not, or subset or not, right? You can be forward because the interview is about programming skills or problem solving, right? So you can ask some edge cases as well. If you will ask about edge cases, like if all the negative numbers or empty arrays, right? So it will be impressive. You're thinking, as I said, like thinking is more important than the solution in interview. You're thinking. The plus 1 point is given to you already if you're thinking. But if you have remembered this problem, would you be able to ask these questions? Because your mind is completely focused on the program. You just need to write the program, you doesn't care. But nobody wants program directly. They can give you the most complex problem and ask to solve you, right? But they are not giving you that problem because they know things can be solved by AI, previously Google, previously Stack Overflow, right? Then why they are asking these questions? Hey, this is not going to use anywhere in my career. No, this is not like that. But you are going to solve the problem, real problem. Maybe this is not the right problem, but similar problem you will see. So we did one task by AI because it was offered was 1 month, but we have completed in 7 months using the development assistant. IBM has the Bob. I'm not sure whether you have heard or not, but similarly, Claude code is there, right? Similarly, there is a Bob is there, which help us in our productivity a lot. We solved, we released, and we found one person only across thousands customers. Only one person is facing one problem because we are leaking somewhere on memory, and that is not solved by AI. That is not solved by entry level developers as well. That can be solved by experienced only. So, but so let's say this problem, right? This problem is not right problem to tell you, but AI cannot solve things to the customers, right? But if one customer is facing, that means whole it could go wrong any way at any scale as well, right? So thinking is very much important, and that's how you get experience in future, and that's why these kind of the questions are asked. Nobody is asking you to write the program. First, they are asking you to let's start discussing about this problem. What do you think? How do you break down? Third step, start with simple example, right? The bigger example I converted into the three elements in an array. Now I'm taking this, and I'm getting the five answer of that. So I got the brute force idea in myself. If you know this problem, you're good. You're good to go with this step. But do not skip any step. Otherwise, you will be out from that interview for sure. So brute force first is the solution, right? If you see, I am fixing the first starting point, expanding arrays, keep adding some, right? So I know the maximum sum I got it at third iteration of this array, right? But we have to iterate whole. That's why the complexity is n square. What is the optimal solution? If you know optimal solution, it's good. You can think of and on that spot itself. If you don't know, interviewer will give you, if the sensible interviewer is there, then he will give you a one hint. Like, can't we do keep adding numbers or some current number? So you will start thinking like that, a small hint they will give you, or we can track the just max value, or maybe he will give you the name of Kadan thinking, right? How he solved the problem. Then you got this idea. Then you tried same third step again. Yeah, you can solve it with this optimized logic. Now you will implement optimized one, not the brute force one. If you are able to solve, if you are not able to solve, maybe interview will ask you, okay, implement this brute force only first, then we'll discuss further. So now he will check you whether the program, not maybe the syntax could be here and there, that's fine. You miss the semicolon, bracket, but naming convention should be good. Naming convention means, let's say the function name, because when you are writing the program, interviewer is doing his own job. He's not looking at your system at all. Now you complete your program, right? After that, he will start reading. Do you think function f1 is enough? The name of the function? No, right? The function name is make sum of any subarray, or make some subarray, something like that. You can create a naming convention, makes you give you one more point. Then internal variables should have the proper names, correct? Current sum rather than a1 a2 b1 b2 a b c, rather than current sum, max sum, so that it can directly relevant. Okay, max sum is here, current sum is here, not a and b. It's very, very, like, as I said, like, people love clarity and simple things. Okay, now you completed your coding. It might be wrong, right? Because you are not going to run this program, or if asked, then you will find it like something is wrong, right? If not run, then you have to do dry run this. The table I have shown you, right? 6 step. And this is the whole 1 hour. It could be in 35 minutes, 40 minutes, but take your time for at least 40 minutes, I would say. And you will get selected if you are following this 101%. But we have to practice every day this from first year itself. Coming to the another example, current application. Create, read, update, delete, right? We do in database. I took the example of student task manager. It could be employee task manager, personal task manager, secretary task manager, any task manager, right? Just just to be relevant, I marked it as student task manager. A to-do list, can say. So to-do list is very simple. You can create in React itself or JavaScript, HTML. Nothing you don't need, right? But if you wanted to make it a product, a wholesome product, right? There are so many to-dos are already available. Then why we are creating? Why we are building it? Why we are wasting our time? No, you're wasting not. You are not wasting your time. You are implementing similar idea. Maybe you're getting the experience, and maybe after you'll complete minimum viable product, or you'll show the minimal product to your faculties or mentors. Then you can have the idea, because you have the fresh mindset. You have the energies, right? Which might be some features are missing, so you can add those things, and you can take this to do task, or to do kind of project to the next level as well. It's not compulsory to take to next level, but we should do some differences if we can. But the idea is we should understand end to end things, right? The first thing is understand. Again, the framework is same. If you see, the framework is same: understand, break down, solve, and improve. So understand what we are actually building. You have to write, literally you have to write what we are building, right? Jumps coding here, that is a mistake, right? Something like that. So what will you do? You can make your own to-do list. So who is the user? What is the problem? What are core features you are thinking right now? So this is called design thinking, right? So this gives you the, maybe because these questions will be asked. I went to the Microsoft interview once, I think. So coming back to this CRUD application, right? So framework is same. We have to understand, we have to ideate it, right? It could be any project. Maybe you are creating your own WhatsApp or video conferencing software or anything, or maybe e-commerce or what we can music application, or so many things are there, right? It's up to you what you want. This is the most simplest one I know. You can build it in 7 days with AI help as well. But approach is pretty similar. Now you have to break it down, right? Convert the idea into the pieces. What you need to do, you might need a front end, you might need back end, you might need database, deployment, testing, then testing automation, right? And documentation. So what are the things we need to do in front end? What are the things we need to do at back end? What are the APIs are there, right? Like that, uh, like that we have to break it down. And after the breaking down, again design thinking. Okay, I forgot. So 8 years back around, I went to the Microsoft interview. Then they asked me, design this Outlook. You must have seen the Microsoft Outlook, right? It comes with the MS Office. MS Office suite now they did. I think 365 they call it. But yeah, Outlook only. They asked me to design this. So we have to design. Sorry, they asked me to design calendar. Uh, Outlook has the calendar as well. So what I need to do first, because solution is already built, they're asking you to think like how this solution has been built, right? There is a front end. What front end is there? There are sections, day wise, week wise, month wise. Then there are features, right? So ideation you have to get. Maybe you can get the new idea as well or new features. Then breaking down what will you do. Then again MVP. What is the MVP? You will decide the scope of MVP, right? So scope must be there in any product. If scope is not there, then it's open ended, right? So MVP should be like this much we will achieve. We call it a MVP. After that, a user will be able to message or a user will be able to book a time slot with another person. Is a calendar, right? So a user, second user, and some kind of availability of the another person or your availability, then matching the availabilities and setting the email or something like that. This is called the MVP. Very, very basic things, I would say. Then once MVP is done, you get the feedback and you talk about the further features. What could be the product? Now the second layer or second level of ideation comes where you will start ideating again the product, like what could be, right? What could be the can we refactor it if we are thinking taking this product to the next level? So where we need to, because in the first iteration we might not have think that particular scenario, right? So that's why there is a iterative approach is there. First round, second round, third round, and always keep upgrading, and that's how product made, right? That's why there are versions. You must have seen like version 1, 2, 3, minor version, then patches are there, right? Patches are bugs, minor versions are, I think, couple of new features or new capabilities, and the major versions are completely different, right? So approach is pretty similar. Now let me go to the next. Next topic is technologies, where to focus. There are so many technologies, you can't be strong enough if you'll chase everything, right? So I would suggest like, build your strong foundation, strong concepts, computer science concepts, and, one solid tech stack. So there is a couple of things. It could be more as well. I am also having the limited knowledge about technology. That's why, I could have given this much. So Java, Spring Boot, SQL is a one tech stack could be, right. Python, Fast API, SQL APIs. And SQL means of course database, right? And you can select database, maybe the Postgres SQL or MySQL or Oracle or NoSQL as well. And front end again, any front end application you just wanted to develop. Full stack is more asked now these days because with AI assistant technology is not the barrier for the people. You just need to know only fundamentals. You just need to know how the programs are running from top to bottom. And you can identify the bugs if you So full stack is more appropriate with help of developments. But if you'll ask me 5 years back, then full stack was a myth. Now it's a reality because everyone was not the expert in front end, back end, database everywhere, right? But now these days with AI assistants is very much asked now these days, because today you are working maybe the AI project. Tomorrow they will ask you to work on something core, parser compiler, right? And third project could be projects are also having the small projects now these days. Previously, projects are going on years. Now they are going in a year, in months, and months becomes weeks, and weeks become days. Literally, this is the change we have seen. And this is the good thing, I would say, because we don't need to work very non-productive things again and again. We'll talk about jobs. There is job shrink is going on, but not at entry level. We'll talk about much after that. So full stack is much needed if you can get good exposure on end to end. That's the always better. But have a strong hold on at one level at least, maybe the backend or JavaScript or in the backend, Node.js, Python, Java, anywhere, right? Not everywhere you should not be a strong hold. But if you know everything, I think the projects will help you there. Now databases, you can have the databases. Some examples only I give because I use PostgreSQL, but MySQL, Oracle, and so many is there, right? Then MongoDB I used multiple times. Then AI technologies. Uh, I don't develop anything on AI as of now, so I don't have much exposure. But just writing the prompts, building something, that is only I am doing. So, but if there are any things, of course, we should must know, which I felt like, whenever there are interns in my project or team, right? I felt like they don't know Git and GitHub and Postman API, they don't know, right? Database also they don't have the much exposure. They might have the exposure on the React. I'll tell you what, React, Python, and somewhat on Java. That is a majorly, and all of them having the AI ML projects. And everyone think like AI ML projects will take us to the uh, help to the get the job. It could be. Uh, but I think not everyone is developing AI, right? They are using the API. That is the true. But we should know other things as well, which help you to quickly, ready for the first day itself. Or maybe the within week you will be able to solve. You will create the impression like, oh, this guy is impressive. He come up with very fast compared to the mm, experienced 1 or 2 years, right? Common mistakes which I think and I feel freshers make, right? Memorize answers. During my time, I memorize it. I know, and because of there are many reasons. Let's not go into that. But let's not memorize now these days. Let's try to, because that time was different. This time is different, completely different, I would say. And memorize answering will not understand them. Complete understand would be helpful for you. Working on projects which they can't explain, right? If you can't explain it, then do not mention in your resume, or don't mention in your talk as well or discussion. Just if you can explain, then only you can mention. And I'm pretty sure like 1 or 2 projects everyone can explain if they have really worked, they have completely understand. You might not have worked end to end, but you should have the understanding and your contribution as well. Like I have worked on the front end majorly, but I know the full-fledged architecture of the project, right? And what are the decision making we taken for now. Simple projects or AIML projects are not very helpful. I'm telling you, not working on communication. And communication is very much important, right? Ignoring concepts, assuming like DSA and projects are enough, but not giving up quickly when we are stuck in something, right? It's are very habitual, like we are giving up very quickly. But I built this ability in my career in after job only. Before that, I was also like that. But as I said, if I was like that, it doesn't mean you should be better than me, because you are the new generation, better luxury and everything is there, right? For you to help. Try to develop perseverance if you can. uh, putting more efforts, generally solve the problems, generally solve the problem, or you will get the way out if you are stuck somewhere. And I think reaching out to the people is the best way if you are stuck somewhere, rather than talking about the problem is solution, real solution. So another problem is random learning. Any everything learning is not a good idea. Copy paste coding. There should be no AI day in a week for college students at least. I'm going to put this for myself and my team as well. At least one day there should not be a AI, so that we will be relevant with our coding. You can understand that part. So make yourself uh, 1 or 2 days or 3 days, no AI day. I'll not use AI anymore. Maybe learning purpose is fine, but not copy pasting or something like that. Type by yourself. Not asking questions is another problem for freshers. Hesitating to reach out. As I said, like giving up quickly is because of they are not reaching out to the people. Solution is there, 100%. If you are stuck, solution you will find. Jumping so fast among the frameworks, AI/ML projects without basics, right? DevOps tools without coding skills, or without understanding of infrastructure, right? Between technologies, also people switch very, very fast. Now, if you'll ask me, I'll hire someone who has positive attitude, can solve problems, is honest, and can learn. This is my, like, whenever I go for the entry level or a senior level, I just look for these things only. I don't expect syntaxes. I don't expect to solve the problem right that time itself. But if you can think right, if you are honest in your resume, whatever you have mentioned in your talk, that gives you better impression rather than exaggeration or overstatements will not have at all. And you should be teachable. I mean, if you can learn, then you can grow. So you don't need to be extraordinary. You know, we are all are average people only, just 1920s. Some difference are very small differences are there. Just we need to be consistent. We need to be keep improving. We have to be curious and reliable. I think this is good enough. If you start from first year itself or wherever you are, the second, third year, fourth year, start doing that. I think you will make so much difference in your life. Now, if I talk about couple of scenarios from employer perspective for college, so let's take a two scenarios. First scenario is if batch performs poorly, what will happen? If only a few students perform well, but majority are not up to the mark, the companies form a negative perception about the college, and they may avoid visiting college in the future because they might think it is waste of time for them, right? And if most of the students are skilled, reliable, perform strongly, whatever they hired or when they visited college, then companies will remember college positively. They are more likely to return in future hirings. And there is a compound effect as well, right? Long term impact is because if you see like industry leaders or seniors, move frequently between the companies, start their own ventures companies, right? Or act as a consultant or advisors, and they influence hiring decisions as well, using the professional network or peer recommendation. Or if my friend asks me like, I need some couple of entry level uh, engineers. So if I had the very good experience with the college, then only they will come. They will tell your college name, right? So a strong impression leads for conversation like students from this college are capable and reliable. They usually honor offers. They don't back out. They don't ditch. Not every company wants to hire from the IIT or NIT, because those people ditch very frequently. They spend 6 months, 1 year in a company and they quickly moved out, and they have the better other plans as well. Yes. Some of them stays longer time as well, but not everyone. That is a problem, and that is a big problem for the companies. So not all the companies wants to hire from, because they have already leaders, experienced people who are maybe more than capable or equivalent or more than capable than the IITians, right? So we have the good chances, but whole batch has to be performed well, right? The outcome could be the college, like let's say the batch is very performed bad, right? So it builds the reputation or brand for the institution, right? And the TPO, let's say training and placement office, gains the leverage to negotiate better opportunities for students, maybe the better companies, improved compensation packages, right? But it comes from whole group, whole tribe of the particular batch. So this is the perspective. So let's talk about if you are in first year and second year. Na? I think start building your concepts. Reading is of course best. Reading books, reading by blogs, reading. I'll tell you about reading. I started a couple of years, I think 9 or 10 years back, 5 blogs every day, and I'm not sure how many blogs I have read so far. Within 13 days, when I counted, it will become 70, literally 70 blogs, and I found very enriched after that. And that's why I took the decision like I should invest my time into the AI as well. Because that time nobody is talking about AI, but I started. I'm not using it out now, but it doesn't mean like this knowledge will not be used in future. It will be used. I'm pretty sure. Architecture is much more than particular skill, one skill, two skills, right? We have to understand everything from end to end. So I'm pretty sure that skill will be used. So the reading is important. Group studies are very much important because everything you can't understand by yourself. I think one person can take the one topic, explain others. Another person take topic and explain to others. Right. This way we can go very fast, very far, and can make huge difference. Whole batch will make huge difference, not particular group of people. So start working on communication from the first year itself. Start speaking if you are not doing. Do it. Group discussions on interesting topics like IPL, Dhurandhar, AI, right? These are the buzzwords now these days. And who are good in comms, right? Learn from them rather than being envy to each other. Learn from them. If somebody is good in something, that is also my say here. So master one language, as I said, right? Start problem solving early. I think if you are in first and second year, then 300 problems in a year would be the good. Like by the final year, na, you will be fantastic. I mean, anyone will take you in your company if you get a chance for interview, right? And read about better ways to solve problem. Yeah, reading like solving problem could be 5 6 ways are there. If you are solved by one way, it's not the end. Actually, journey starts from there. I solved this. What is the next? How can I improve it? As I said, right? Understand, break down, solve, and improve. So reading comments on a problem like lead code has the comment section. So you will find so many solutions there. Let's take the example of tree, right? You could be good in tree. Another person could be good in hashing. Then share your knowledge. Uh, Make a competition to each other as well. But don't be the very uh, envy environment should not be there. Then basic data structure. Start thinking and build tiny projects if you are first and second, like to-do list, right? And or calculator, or let's say tic-tac-toe, or let's say calendar, right? Which doesn't have end to end much, but good amount of coding, or replicas of let's say Twitter, WhatsApp. When I was in college, third year I make the replica of Microsoft.com. Whole night I didn't sleep. Just HTML, CSS, HTML, CSS, and HTML, CSS. That's it. And I make as it is. It was. It took a lot of time. That worth me like I still remember HTML, CSS. Though I'm not using it. I'm not using since 10 years now. But I did this in by myself. Nobody asked me to do that. just a thought got, and I started the whole night. I was alone in that at that time, so I did in night. And start applying for internship. Do not wait for no. I'll do the internship on the second year, third year, or final year only. If you get a chance to work for 7 days, even you can go for that. Do the uh, job shadowing is there, right? You can help, you can assist people without getting pay. You can learn from them. So that is also internship. You will get a lot of exposures. If you are in third year, I think similar. All of those things are similar. Like, build your concept, start working on the communication, master one language, right? But let's because time is less right now, so let's focus on little less problems. 200 problems you can target this time, and but practice patterns, identifying the patterns, right? Now try to build a strong project end to end understanding, and pick one tech stack and make a uh, contribution at one side of the project. Have the whole good strong understanding of that part, right? So similarly, get internship, do the best, and add it to the resume. Similarly, I think for fourth year, time is again quite less here. And if I talk about, like, resume should be ATS friendly. You can review every week your resume, what you can improve, what you can add. You can get reviewed by your peers, faculties, mentors, seniors, right? Focus interview preparation, revise DSA patterns, do the problem solving for 150 problems should be good enough. Simple to medium. Let's not go to the very hard or super problem. Simple to medium is good enough. And mock interviews. Take mock interviews of each other. If you can get seniors help, then ask them. Make the relationship. Then only they will help you, right? They will invest time with you. Frequently ask problems you can practice. Revise core CS. So you might build already concept. If you not, then you can pick that particular topic and start. But not whole thing you should start, right? And frequently ask questions as well. You should pick up from core subjects. Polish communications. Think like, if I would be asked this question, right? How would I tell? How would I approach it? As I said, like, understand, break it down, solve, and improve. That's it. Put it in that formula. So this will help you a lot. So practicing only, think like that. If maybe weekly, one time, one problem you should go for this, and one problem, like one question about project. If something will ask, then how would I think ChatGPT helps you to take you mock interviews. If that is not very extensive, I tried as well, but that is not very good. But it can help you to get you the mock interview or good feedback about your communication. But I think uh, offline things are always helpful here, because you will get the real time feedback, not based on machine or AI, right? So maybe the seniors and mentors will help you here a lot. Understanding project is very much important. Practice LLD and HLD. I hope everyone know low level design and high level design in the project. They can ask you, like somebody asked me LLD about Microsoft Outlook calendar, right? Similarly, anybody can ask anything. So it doesn't come very quickly. Over the practice only it will improve. Maybe weekly one problem of LLD you can solve. You start reading about HLD weekly one, not five, six, because we have to focus in each area, not one area. Prepare manager rounds. Some frequently asked questions are there about hobbies, strength, weakness, aspirations. So prepare for that. Be natural. Now, no, I think alone is not going alone or walking alone is not enough in this race. Right? So together you can do much, so much actually, as Helen Keller said. So I strongly believe in that. I think there must be some couple of clubs already there, right, in the college. But if not, then create more clubs. Don't need to wait or ask people. You can create at your home, at your room as well. Nearby people. Initiate or build groups, teams, clubs for technology. Let's say AI, DSA, or any technology, any core technology, core concepts. Go for that. Group studies will help you a lot. As I said, share your knowledge. Both you both will go will grow together rather than single-handedly. I think you should do presentation every day. This is very much your communication skills will also get improved. Your public speaking skills also get improved. And they start with friends only. They make everyday fun of yours, right? And you also make fun of others. So maybe the starts with that only. But when you do the presentation, like it, let's make it a little sincerity and get the feedback. Work on that. I think this will take you very far. Find people for help, find opportunities to participate in groups, right? Not every groups is not no need to be included in every group actually, but if you find like something is interesting there, you can go and learn if you have time. Reach out to the batchmates, seniors, faculty, alumni. Seek mentorship. Yeah, I have 6 mentors. And whenever I talk to them, it's mind blowing for me, always. I consider now leader, but there are so many things to learn for me. So many things, literally so many things. And I don't know. Whenever I go, I get something new always. So I think mentorship will help you a lot, literally a lot. Participate in competitions. You might not win there. It will give you little discouragement, right? We are not winning. We are putting this much of efforts, but not to discourage. Let's keep participating. You will learn. You are not winning today, but you will win one day. Correct? Do not discourage yourself. Or people who is winning, right? I'll tell you who is winning competitions, because they might know the problem already and they are working for 1 year that problem. Whatever you are building in 3 days, 5 days in that competition, somebody leaked a problem, like this problem will come, or these out of these 5 problems, this problem will come, right? They are winning actually. So there is corruption for sure. Some people maybe correct, but I have seen so many places in corporates, like people from AI teams, right? They will do better than us only always. They will win always because they are doing day and night in AI always. But we participate in AI and we try to done something in 3 days, and we proud ourselves. Like at least we learn something, right? So participate in competitions is very important. And there are so many competitions going on. You don't need to go anywhere. You just need to be at home and participate online. I think sufficient for you. Alumni can run a program for mentorship. I think, yeah, alumni we are discussing today morning only with him. So I think there is already the plan for that. Maybe I think the pass outs can help better to the juniors or the students, right? So start things from the first year rather than third year and fourth year, as I said, right? Resume building, communication, building concepts, programming, everything should start from the first year, but without compromising on fun. I think let's talk about this. This is the last section of our presentation. And I know this is very much hard, right? AI things. This is a very huge buzzword now these days because couple of companies taken up so many debts. Let's take about Meta, Apple, Google, or Microsoft, to OpenAI, Cloud, right? IBM. Everyone has the debts just because they don't want to be behind. They just wanted to get survive in future. So that's why so much they are building so that they can attract customers, a new ways of earning. So don't worry about the jobs, first of all. AI is not replacing jobs, it's reshaping them. And this post I also shared on LinkedIn actually recently. In 60s, actually, if you have heard of, there are punch cards are there. Punch cards used to be submitted to the machine based on that, there is a binary system, right? Black, white is a binary system. So based on that, only one program used to be generated, and that used to be communicated to the devices. That's how computer engineering was that time. Or it could be the calculator, it could be the space mission or anything. It's done on the punch cards only. Now compiler comes after that. Compiler comes with lots of solution, and the person who is doing this punch card thing, He's thinking like compiler took my job. It could be, but he must have improved, he or she must have improved himself or herself to learning compiler. Then I think these many of jobs you are seeing now these days just because of compilers are there. So many languages are developed, right, based on compilers. And they are portable now these days. Previously they were not. So AI jobs similarly taking the shape of what it is taken up in past with compilers. We can take so many other examples like there was a time when I started my career, manual testers were there is a job. Now almost there is no job of manual tester. It doesn't mean they have their jobs are gone. No, testers become developers, testers become managers, testers becomes BAs, because testers are very good in business analysis or domain understanding, right? And they become automation tester. Similarly, PMO job is there, which helps PMO in preparing data sheets and lots of other things, right? So because now new tools are there, Jira, Rally, GitHub, Mural, Airtable, and so many project management tools are there. It doesn't mean PMO jobs are gone. No, it is upgraded, right? So AI is not eliminating any developers. It's just eliminating low value work for developers. What could be the low value work for developers? Clerical works. All the clerical works are the low value work, because we are the engineers, we are the creative people. We can build solution, we can bring the idea, we can implement, right? But low level, every company runs on profit. So if you will not use AI, they are going to use, or you will get be fired. So we have to be use AI. There is no compromise on that. But jobs are going to grow. I'll show you. I'll show you the whole data and chart I prepared to give you, just a relief. Like AI is not going to just it's reshaping how it is reshaping. So companies hiring fewer pressure. This is a hard truth right now. But I'll tell you why it will change the perspective later, because experienced people are becoming very expensive, and freshers are not very expensive, and they can do as similar as experienced people now, and with better energy, right? So the few entry level jobs are going to grow because people are ready. AI assistants are helping them to do the experience level of work. But yeah, the work is done in past by entry level developers are done by AI nowadays. But it's not going to replace experience. I mean, there will be always human in loop every time. So what AI replace first? Any repetitive task, clerical work, boilerplate code. So you must have heard of this, create React app. There is a one library in npm, right? Or node library. So previously in 2014 or 15, when I was working on the React, so it was very hard to set up sandbox, a boilerplate code for any React application. You have to match version or automatically if that is getting upgraded, it's a very big headache for us. But now these days, create React app. Somebody has created. It's a very good solution. It doesn't mean the boilerplate code we are setting up in 7 days. Now we are setting up in a 5 minutes. It doesn't mean we are going to lose our job, right? Just a automation of something which better way. And this is free as well. So basic front-end pages and designs are completely going to remove simple CRUD application, as I told, right? Uh, Student task manager, debugging simple issues, explanation of the large code base, flow diagram, technical documentation. As I said, like company runs on profit. They will use AI for everything they can because they need to survive. Everyone should use AI every day and be productive. This is the say by any company. And we should also, if we are not using, then we are going to be replaced one day. So productivity is must needed in private sector especially. So what is growing fast now? But AI only, does not reshaping job or the the way we are working right now. It also bringing lot of opportunities. Like AI ML engineers are there, right? Uh, Lots of data centers are developed across the world. They need human to run. on time properly, right? So data engineers, cloud and platform engineers are there, security engineers are there, full stack with AIs. So these are the opportunities are very, very much available. These roles are growing. Like most of the AI ML engineers are called themselves, they are integrating AI, but they are not building AI, just integrating AI. So now this is called out agentic AI developer, something you can automate by AI. But AI is only prediction, right? It's not exact. I mean, it's not absolute workflow. You cannot develop with the wherever the AI is. Sorry, wherever the money is involved, right? Every product is money. Then that's how this IT is working. So there is a very less chance AI is involved into the net banking, international banking, or real-time stock market, right? Maybe analytics, of course, AI is there. Clerical work, if something we can improve. Late night, if we need, previously we needed 10 people, now might be 2 people needed, right? So these kind of the job will going to shrink, but more jobs will come. So these roles are growing. Every company is becoming AI company, and AI needs infrastructure, data, integration, security, and people. Most important is people. Of course, AI is replacing people, but AI also need people. That is also a truth. Okay. Next is good news, but difficult to understand. Like earlier the projects were having the higher cost. Fewer products can be invested by a company, and of course, fewer jobs as well. But now, low cost project explosion of products are products are coming so fast now these days. So overall, more jobs are growing. I'll show you the number as well. Just a random number, not exactly, just a calculation. So entirely new category of jobs are also creating, right? As I said. So it's like previously, let's say in my city, 100 factories are there. They are working manually. Now 1,000 factories are there, and but they're using the machines, right? Kind of like that. Now let's understand by calculation. So let's say in the whole world, 1,000 projects are product are developed, but with AI now it is, let's say, 10,000 multiplied by 10. Dev per product, it was requirement of 100. Now it would be 30. It's just a very random number, just to give the calculation, but number will grow exponentially in per product. Maintenance and improvement, every product 50 retain into the same project, let's say. Now it will be very less number, 20 or maybe 15, right? So total job, if you see after this, total jobs will be 1 lakhs 50,000. But now we have increased the products, so total jobs are grown 3 lakhs 20,000. Similarly, let's understand another calculation. Pre-AI, the development cost was huge. $50,000 we are giving to the 100 people for 1 year. It become 5,000 K, 5 million, I think. Then maintenance cost again 20, right? Similarly here. So it will become 1 million, and infra tool was very less that time. So the cost is not much at that time. So total 6.5 million for one product for 1 year. Now number of resources are reduced, but salaries are increased, or maybe the cost of resources are increased, right? Because they are smart. So it could be, I think, wrong calculation, but yeah. But overall, it would be very less because the development cost is reduced, maintenance cost is reduced, and but this is increased. Every project is using the AI, right? And every prompt you are pushing to the AI, it is charged by company based on tokens, and depends on. So there are so many companies who is working on how to reduce the tokens to pass or to send across. So but I see like 65% can be reduced, the total cost, right? So the budget, let's say the IBM budget is $62 million for this year to invest into the products, right? So they can build only 10 products, but the same budget cost is reduced. So now they can build the 28 products. The 28 product required 30 people, right? And multiply 10 as well for the maintenance and everything. So they can invest on 38. So overall revenue will grow for the companies. Now in the end, I think we are towards the end now. I won't take much time now. So first thing I would say, like, get mentors if you can get it. If you have elder brothers, sisters, if you know your anyone in your relation or friends, who can guide you, reach out to them. I think for career guidance, resume review, mock interviews, tech interview prep, project mentorship, yes, patents, blogs, go get reach out. Reach out to the people, show the courage, do not hesitate. Your seniors and pass outs can help you more, right? And join in this Toastmaster club. I joined for 6 years actually, and from there only my communication improved a lot. So if you don't want to join, and Ajmer doesn't have, I think you can build Toastmaster club at college itself. Weekly you can have some kind of session. It's a particular format even. If you want, I can get connection for this, who can give you the demo, like how the meetings are run for the 2 hours and 2.5 hours, and very very interactive and very very learning. I think their presentation and prepared speeches or impromptu speeches are out there, so very helpful in future. So this kind of the club you can start. Any questions, anything? So there are couple of things, you can, if you want, you can connect me on the LinkedIn. There is a QR code is there, right? Similarly, this I created a one one kind of, where you can book the slot. It's completely free for ESA. Recently only I'm onboarded on top my, so I'm using this. And if you want to seek mentorship, I won't be able to serve everyone, right? It's a couple of people only I can serve, and it depends on my availability as well. So you can reach out, you can book. That is completely free. There are so many services you will find, but there is just one which is, alumni one-on-one discussion. So maybe half an hour you can book for me, or as a team, like 5 6 people can also book together, prepare your questions, come back. So I am offering this completely, but others, seniors can also offer like similarly, right? And if you can, scan this QR code for feedback, that would be helpful for me as well. As maybe I'll share these links on the. You don't want to scan, you can go through on these links and give us a feedback. Let me share on here. Mm, yeah, Simran also shared. Oh, okay, so any questions, anything? And again, I just wanted to give the thank you, Alumni Association, Engineering College Ajmer, plus of course college, and TPO Jyoti ma'am. She is working very closely with me, and Bhim, of course, he conducted everything along with Jyoti ma'am. Any questions? I am always available. Maybe I do LinkedIn a lot. You can also reach out to me there, but don't ask for referrals because entry level doesn't work referrals, I think. Uh, and there is no sense because I applied multiple times, but I don't think so they're going to turn out any positively anywhere. But you can reach out for mentorship, and I think if you'll get a one or two chance anywhere for interview, this is going to help you. But you need to start preparing. Okay, I'll stop sharing my screen if no questions.
So thank you so much, Jiten, for covering so many things and very beautifully. You said many points which are exactly very correct, like no AI day. I like that thing very much. Then you mentioned about consistency, curiousness, reliability. One more thing that you covered from my side, that each and every company is having long term impact uh, on the college reputation, because what happened this year also in one or two companies, no student is able to get placed. So now if I'm asking them to connect again or for the next year, it is like very much difficult for me to convince them, because they said, ma'am, earlier also we came. So this is this what I am trying to explain the current students, that what you do will make the impact on your juniors, and that is
Generation.
going to affect the generations.
Yeah.
At least for 4 to 5 years, that impact will be there. So each and every student has to do, he has to do his best for the entire group as well as for the juniors.
Yes. Yes.
And the same is with seniors. So if some company come and I say them that my alumni is in IBM, my alumni is in DMRC, my alumni is in this. So in my TPO room also there are the posters and photos of our alumni with their current designation and their organization. So this is the very best impression that I am able to convince the company with my alumni.
Mm.
And what I want from my current students, that please create the same impact. So if I say to any company that my alumni is IAS, my alumni is RAS, my alumni is working in Google, Facebook, and I show them the profiles and the photos and all the things, they are really very much convinced. But when they actually face the students, they say that, ma'am, so we are not 100% like convinced with that. Then I have to convince them that, ma'am, sir, these are the freshers. They need at least 6 months mentorship. Then they will get trained and they will do as per your
Yes.
expectations. So this is all the thing. And one more thing you cleared in very detail what AI is, because everywhere it is AI is losing the jobs. And then you said it is replacing versus reshaping. You said that low value work for developers. Very good point. So it is eliminating low value work for developers. But definitely this generation and the coming generation has to work very hard as compared to us.
Yes. Yes.
Very hard as compared to what I did in 2004 or you did in 2010. They have to do lot of efforts.
Yes.
Definitely, and a big thanks from bottom of my heart to you, the entire Alumni Association, and foremost to Beam Singh for every time helping me for any kind of the problem that I say him that this is the thing that I want from you, alumni. Then he always help in that regard. So thanks to all of you, because getting this 1 and 1.5 hour from a busy schedule like yours, it is very difficult. If I got 8 calls in between this 1 hour, so how many, how many things you have to do? Really, I got 8 to 10 calls from the college itself. So it is very difficult. Thank you once again for this entire session. Hope at least the students who have attended it have something to learn
Yeah.
and will have impact on of this session.
And
Thank you so much.
one thing again, reaching out people will help you.
Yeah, definitely. I'm trying my best.
Mm.
I'm trying my best to reach out the
No, not you,
and
ma'am, but students if reach out, no, that would be more impactful because they know the what needs to be corrected in.
yes, 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 definitely, definitely. I keep on telling them, be active on the social media, create your profiles on GitHub, make your profile on lead code, solve the problems, refer GFG, solve at least 5 problems, make
Yeah.
groups to do this communication skills. But yes, whatever guidance from my side, and if it is from your side, it will create more impact because they will see that my senior is sitting at IBM doing the leading the development teams. So thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Please reach
Business.
out if you
If there
want.
is any question from anyone, you are most welcome. Any student.
Yes, ma'am. I had one question. Like, sir told for the first year, second year, and fourth year, like what they should do. I missed the part where he told for the third year students what they should do. So,
Can
could
you
you
share
just
this
please?
screenshot or so let me share again. No, no issues, no.
Yes, yes, thank you, sir.
Hmm. It won't take much time for me. So if you see, I'm not sure whether,
Yes, I just went by. It's a little ahead, I think.
okay, yeah, okay. So it is
Yes, sir.
similar actually, but time is less in third year, right? And more, less time in fourth year as well. So third year again, keep building your concept, because this will help you not only getting job, to doing job as well, right? Your growth matters here, and this is the right time in college where you build those concepts. Then working on communication is very much important, because you might landed yourself into Bangalore or Hyderabad, right? You might face like, in my team, I am always talking in English only, because couple of people are Hindi, but some people are Tamil, Kerala, Odia, Telugu, right? So we have to be speaking English to communicate each other. So very much important. So group discussions is not to uh, not to lead or something, just to be participate into group discussion. If you can have any point, let's not dominate in group discussions as well. That is not also a good thing. But working on communication is much more important. Then, if I talk about mastering one language, as I said, I think I said here, yeah, so many things to focus. I think just pick one thing. I would suggest full stack. If you're more interested in backend, pick, because front end things are pretty solved by AI. But if there are any issue or custom requirement are there, then you should know the React, right? This can't be done by the prompting. So, but I think full stack and backend is much needed. Then again, coming to this third year one, right? Start problem solving early. As I said, if you are in first year, second year, you can go 300 problems, because you have a lot of time as well, right? And that is the thing you can do offline. But third year having the projects, fourth year is having the preparation for the interviews, right? So I think 200 you can target in a year. So if I say like one problem in 2 days, or it would be helpful for you. Simple to medium is fine, rather than going for the hard. Okay, find the patterns. And when you will move to the fourth year, let's say fourth year, right? Then you just need to work on maybe 150 or 100 problems only, because you have already worked on these 200 problems, right? Similarly, if you have worked on 300 problems, let's say second year, let's do this as early as possible, or keep doing that. Maybe not always same problem, but you don't need to remember. Many of the problems you will remember like anything as well. Uh, but we have to go by that framework only, which I told, right? Understand, break it down, solve, and improve. Then I think strong projects is having the very much weightage. You can think of some projects. I think uh, all the faculties as well as mentors can help you. Seniors can help you, like what kind of the projects. You can also do your own research. Then pick one tech stack, as I said, right? And this is very much important. Get the internship, do the best, because the real world exposure you will find it in an internship. So this is very much important. Add into your resume like what you did there, what kind of the challenges you faced during this, right? So this will help you in third year. I mean, more of them are similar, but just to give you, very concise way. Fourth year is little concise, I would say, where we can just go through, frequently asked questions, and practicing communication, policing communication, as well as practicing them, explaining, right? So I think preparing interview is fourth year things is there. If you are lacking in some concept in a group, you can share the knowledge, or you can ask for presentation for somebody. If somebody is good, right? But third year and first, second year is having the time. That's why I just try to make it, segregation like that. Any other question, Neil?
No, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
It's good. At least you ask the questions. You make the differences today.
Thank you, sir.
Any other question? Okay.
Yes, any other question? Somebody was asking.
Oh, do not hesitate, guys. I am just like you only. Just little senior, that's it. I was also sitting at that time sometimes back there. If you
And
not,
really, what is this which is making a difference?
Hmm.
What happened now this time? One of the companies in Texas. So they came and they have given pre-placement talk. In the PPT pre-placement talk itself, they asked some questions, and only one or two students were giving the answers again and again. At the same time, they have in their mind shortlisted those two students.
Hmm.
After that pre-placement talk, they have like filtered their copies, they have filtered their responses, and they asked me, ma'am, can you give the feedback on these two students? So you can imagine, out of the 150 students sitting on the hall at the time of pre-placement talk, and because of this only, because they were asking, do you know about company, what are the projects of company, so there were two students who were giving the answers. In the mother sons also, so this is what making you different from the others. So
Yeah.
at that time, HR got in mind that this is the student that I have to pick up.
Yes. And one more experience I would just wanted to share. Like if I compare myself when I was in fourth year, my communication was not good. I was very hesitant to ask questions. I have the questions, but I am telling you, if you have questions, ask in Hindi. Try to speak in English, but ask in Hindi. At least it will reduce your, it will give you the courage for future. But do participate.
Definitely. Definitely.
And one more thing, when I went to one company, in the first day itself, I was asking so many questions to my lead. I was the senior developer that time. So the first thing he gave me, like one thing I like on this today is you are asking too many questions, right? Because I wanted to do so many things. That's why I'm asking. And he was impressed with that. So asking questions, guys, nobody's going to judge you.
Definitely. No question is bad.
No question is bad. Yeah.
No question is bad.
Okay, no problem. You can reach out to me anytime on TopMate, on LinkedIn. I'm happy to love if I have a time. If you will make groups, that would be better because you will ask the better questions and in a group, right? We can schedule a meeting, maybe weekly one to one group, not whole time to the one group, right? I would love to have 1 hour or half an hour sometimes.
Thank you so much, sir, for such an enlightening session. I request all the students to fill out the feedback form which I have shared in the chat section. As we come towards the end of this wonderful session, I would like to express my heartfelt gratitude to Mr. Jitendra Singhal for taking out time and guiding us with such practical and motivating thoughts. I would also like to thank our Training and Placement Cell, Alumni Association, and all the faculty members for organizing this informative session. And lastly, thank you to all the participants for being such a wonderful audience. Thank you, everyone. Have a great day.
Thank you. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, everyone. See you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.